Have you ever told yourself, this is the year I get in shape, or I'm finally going to get organized, only to find yourself, a few weeks later, falling back into the same old patterns? You're not alone. We often think that massive success requires massive action. But what if we've been thinking about it all wrong? In his groundbreaking book, Atomic Habits, author James Clear presents a different, more powerful idea. It's not the grand, sweeping gestures that create lasting change. It's the small, atomic habits, the tiny, almost invisible behaviors that we repeat every day. Slight pause, music subtly shifts. The power of 1%, imagine an airplane flying from Los Angeles to New York. If the pilot, just after takeoff, adjusted the heading by a mere 3.5 degrees to someone watching from the ground, it would look like it was heading in exactly the same direction. But over the course of the entire journey, that tiny shift would make all the difference. The plane would end up in Washington, D.C., not New York. That's the power of a 1% improvement. It's not about being perfect today, it's about being just a little bit better. Clear calls this the aggregation of marginal gains. If you can get 1% better each day, the compound effect over a year is staggering. You'll end up 37 times better than when you started. The reverse, of course, is also tragically true. So the question is, how do we actually make those 1% changes stick? Pause for effect. The 4 laws of behavior change. James Clear gives us a simple, 4-step framework for building any good habit and breaking any bad one. He calls it the 4 laws, and they are brilliantly simple. Think of a habit as having 4 parts: the cue, the craving, the response, and the reward. To build a good habit, like going for a daily walk, you follow the 4 laws. First, make it obvious. Put your walking shoes right by the front door. That's your cue. Second, make it attractive. Pair it with something you love. Maybe you only listen to your favorite podcast while you're walking. Now you crave the activity. Third, make it easy. Don't commit to a 10-mile hike. Just put on your shoes and walk for 5 minutes. The key is to lower the barrier to starting. Clear calls this the 2-minute rule. Scale your habit down until it takes 2 minutes or less to do. And fourth, make it satisfying. Give yourself an immediate reward. Maybe you mark an X on a calendar, giving you a visual record of your success. That feeling of satisfaction makes you want to do it again. Now, to break a bad habit, like scrolling on your phone before bed, you simply invert the laws. Make it invisible. Put your phone in another room. Make it unattractive. Think about how the blue light disrupts your sleep, leaving you tired and groggy the next day. Make it difficult. Put a long, complicated password on your phone and make it unsatisfying. Get an accountability partner. Tell your roommate you'll pay them $10 every time you break your rule. Tone becomes more reflective and empowering. The secret, your environment and your identity. But perhaps the most profound insight in Atomic Habits is about identity. Many of us start with outcome-based goals. I want to lose 20 pounds, but Clear argues we should start with identity-based goals. I want to become a healthy person. Every time you choose a salad over fries, you are casting a vote for your new identity. You're not just dieting, you're reinforcing the belief that I'm the kind of person who takes care of their body. The goal isn't to read a book. The goal is to become a reader. Start with just 2 pages a night. You're proving to yourself who you are. And don't forget to design your environment for success. You don't rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your systems. A fruit bowl on the counter makes healthy eating easier. A guitar on a stand in the living room makes practice more likely. Music begins to fade in softly. Your wrap-up. So remember the core message of Atomic Habits. You do not need to be a different person to see a different life. You just need to build better systems. Focus on small, consistent 1% improvements. Use the 4 laws. Make good habits obvious, attractive, easy, and satisfying. Make bad habits the opposite. And most importantly, see every tiny action as a vote for the person you wish to become. Because the quality of our lives often depends on the quality of our habits. Start small, think big, and let the compound effect work its magic. Thank you for listening.